right. In fact, now what we are seeing is External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has now responded to Donald Trump's post. And this, remember, coming in. But first, let's listen in to what exactly External Affairs Minister said.
Dr. Jaishankar.
Well, I think Prime Minister Modi obviously attaches enormous importance to our partnership with the United States. And where President Trump is concerned, he's always had a very good personal equation with President Trump. But the point is, look, we are engaged, we remain engaged with the United States. And at this time, I can't say more than that. But that's really what I would say. Thanks.
Dr. Jaishankar.
Well, I think Prime Minister Modi obviously attaches enormous importance to our partnership with the United States. And where President Trump is concerned, he's always had a very good personal equation with President Trump. But the point is, look, we are engaged, we remain engaged with the United States. And at this time, I can't say more than that. But that's really what I would say. Thanks.
Dr. Jaishankar.
Well, I think Prime Minister Modi obviously attaches enormous importance to our partnership with the United States. And where President Trump is concerned, he's always had a very good personal equation with President Trump. But the point is, look, we are engaged, we remain engaged with the United States. And at this time, I can't say more than that. But that's really what I would say. Thanks.
Deepak Vora, what do you make out of the statement? It's been a very newsy morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has responded to Donald Trump's remark yesterday of how he's lost India and Russia to the deepest, darkest China. What do you make out of the statements?
Look at it this way. The U.S. Commerce Secretary, I think, what is that fellow's name, that Linkit or something like that? Lutnick. He has said that in a few months, India is going to come to the table crying and say, oh, sorry, President Donald Trump, etc., etc. These guys have absolutely no understanding of what respect and dignity means. Now, President Donald Trump, for his own reasons, has said Narendra Modi is a great friend of mine, etc. And we are very mature in diplomacy. We are correct. We are Chanakya's children. We have said, well, thank you very much, Mr. President, for your kind words. We fully reciprocate your positive sentiments about our ties. We're opening the door to him slowly, but we don't want him to bulldoze the door down. I think Donald Trump is smart enough to understand you can't bully India. India is just too strong. India is just too mature to bend before someone who's a bully. We don't take bullying from anyone, ma'am. And this, I think, the message has gone across. His sidekicks can keep saying what they want. In a little while, you'll have a statement by that fellow, Peter Matmaro or Peter Bizarro or something is his name, saying, oh, you see, because I threatened India, they are now begging us to forgive them. This kind of nonsense will keep coming. Don't give any store to it. Reality is that we've always wanted good relations with the United States. They abused us. We didn't abuse them. We've kept the door open. And I think that is a reflection of the strength of India's diplomacy.
Absolutely. Deepak Vora, when we talk about the statement that was given yesterday by Donald Trump, I quote where he said, India and Russia, I've lost India and Russia to deepest, darkest China. Somewhere or the other, do you feel it's his anxiety, it's his sense of fear that's crippling in that once upon a time, India and Russia were his closest allies, and now he's lost them to China. So do you feel that he is now feeling cornered after India, Russia and China joined hands?
There's no question if he has a realistic advisor, if he takes me, I will tell him, Mr. President, of the four great powers of the world, United States, India, Russia and China, you have antagonized the other three. You're pushing them together. Not that we are going to jump into bed with China and say, sweetheart, darling, darling. There are many issues in our bilateral relationship with China, but there are other issues that we can build on. Similarly, Russia and China, they have issues, but nevertheless, they'll come together to tell the West, particularly the West means the United States. The concept of Western dominance is gone. Europe is now a beggar. So what he is trying to say, his advisors would have told him, Mr. President, don't do this because India is your true trusted, reliable friend. You imposed sanctions on India in 1971 over Bangladesh. The then President Richard Nixon, ma'am, forgive me for this, but I've seen the files, the kind of language he used about our then Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Nobody ever does it. I mean, he was as bad as this guy saying people are coming to kiss my whatever. So they did those sanctions. Then they did it in 1998 during our nuclear test. Then we had them in 1999, Kargil, etc. But our relationship has always bounced back. Even as we speak now, we are having these joint military exercises in Alaska, Yudhabhyas. So there is the political side. Tariffs is only one part. That is economic or commercial. The other side is medicine, is agriculture, is space. And on all this, our brand equity in the United States is very deep. And finally, I think somebody would have told him, Mr. President, you want to bring back all the industries to the United States? Great idea. Make whatever you want, make everything in the world. Who are you going to sell it to? Your population is 340 million. How much will they buy? China is close to you. Europe doesn't have the money. That leaves India. And I think that is now ready. He's a businessman. And he'll understand that my market is India, and I shouldn't close that market. As my dear friend, President Bill Clinton, whom I'd known well, said when he was contesting election, people asked him, why should we vote for you? He said, it's the economy, stupid. That is basically what President Trump has under. But thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sort of playing with my hair because I want to look presentable. I'm very sorry.
No, that's completely fine, Deepak. It's always been a pleasure speaking to you. But what do you think and what do you make out of both the statements? Now, it's a very newsy morning. Donald Trump had posted yesterday. Prime Minister Modi has replied today. But in between these, how do you think President Vladimir Putin is going to react to it? How do you think?
He will have no problem. He has not said. He knows a little bit of Chanakya. You know, my enemy's enemy may be my friend, but doesn't mean that my friend's enemy has to be my enemy. I'm your friend. I'm a friend with Russia. We've talked about it all the time. Our relationships are compartmentalized. If I love Russia, it doesn't mean that I hate Russia's enemies. No, that doesn't work. That's not we, the children of Chanakya. That's what we believe in. It's a relationship that stands on its own merit. We have tremendous contacts with the United States. We're a huge diaspora. There are Indians in topmost positions. At the same time, we're not going to be bullied by anybody. So if President Putin feels upset, he won't. He's mature enough to realize this. That, all right, you're going your own way. And we've told him very bluntly over Ukraine, ki ye yudh ka zamana nahi, and we come from the land of Buddha. So forget about fighting. There's not going to be a military solution. And they have accepted it. They take it from it. Ma'am, the one thing that I'm noticing, I'm 74 years young, 52 years in diplomacy, the world listens when Narendra Modi speaks.
Right, but Deepak Bora, don't you think amidst all of this, amidst Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump and Prime Minister Modi, a blessing in disguise is to none other than Xi Jinping. He is the one who's taking benefits out of what's happening between the three world leaders. How do you think China is going to look at it now?
Well, he's not going to be very happy because his problem is he wants to replace the United States as number one in the world. We don't want to. We don't even want to be co-number one. We're just saying our foreign policy has two objectives: development for the nation and security. And the United States is willing to be our partner. Thank you very much. If somebody sitting on Mars is willing to be our partner, we're willing to shake hands with you. China's attitude is different. It's domination, which the United States will never accept. We saw this huge military parade, you might recall, ma'am, was it in Beijing when the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting had just finished on the 3rd of September? We were not invited. We wouldn't have gone because it was anti-Japan. But, you know, all that impressive display of stuff that has never been used, it doesn't impress me. I come from a family that wears olive green. I know unless you've tested the weapons in actual combat situation, we don't know. So therefore, my feeling is that he might get upset, but that's his problem. It's not my problem. And as far as Putin is concerned, President Vladimir Putin, whom I've met, whom I know, he is also very mature. He's not going to be upset. He said, well, all right, if you have a good relationship with them, as long as you don't hurt our bilateral relationship, and even if you do, it's your choice. So we're not going to hurt our relationship, tried and tested friendship with Russia, previously with the Soviet Union. Take it from me, ma'am. This will blow over.
Absolutely, sir. In fact, just this morning, it was the economic advisor of Donald Trump who had said that in just some months from now, India will come saying sorry to Donald Trump, saying
that's
that we have realized what we have done.
Or something like that. He's the Commerce Secretary, I think.
Yes, sir.
What is his full name? I can't remember. Ma'am, Howard Lutnick. I call him Sputnik
Yes.
because the fellow flies off at an angle, doesn't know which way he's going. So no, everybody is trying to makhan lagao Donald Trump. They're his chamchas. He decides that, look, I don't like the color of the tie you're wearing, out. He issues an order throwing the fellow out of his cabinet. So they are all extremely scared of this man, but fear is never the basis for a lasting relationship. Respect is. They don't respect him, I believe. Most Americans don't. Whereas our Prime Minister, 140 crore people of India, ma'am, he has put India on the world map. We respect. Whatever our political opinions, as far as international relations is concerned, this man has put India on the world map.